Good morning. Today marks Inauguration Day, when the President-elect will move into the White House for another 4-year term. But before we get into that, we have breaking news this morning. Deadly wildfires are raging across Southern California. Right now, officials in Los Angeles, including the mayor, are briefing the public as we speak. There have been many new developments as these fires continue to overwhelm LA County.
Overnight, the death toll from this wildfire has doubled. As of now, 10 people have died. In addition, more than 9,000 homes and buildings have been destroyed, and tens of thousands of residents have been forced to evacuate their homes. For nearly 5 days, a mandatory evacuation order has been in effect, and just in the last 24 hours, even more evacuation orders have been issued.
This part of the California coast is one of the most expensive areas in the world, and now ancient neighborhoods are unrecognizable in places like Altadena. Families who have lived there for generations no longer have homes to return to. Take a look at this fire zone behind me. The Kenneth fire is currently 35% contained, but some of the largest fires remain mostly out of control.
The biggest concern right now is the Feliza A and the Intan fire. Villagers are struggling to contain them, with only 8% of the Feliza's fire under control. Authorities are now holding a press conference, providing the latest updates on the situation. Let's listen into LA County Fire Chief Anati Mornani for more details.
Good morning. The Eaton Fire, current estimated acreage 13,956 acres with 3% containment. We still have 4,000 to 5,000 structures that may be damaged or destroyed. Once we do our damage inspection reports, we'll get a more accurate number for you. We currently have 1,527 firefighting personnel remaining assigned to this incident. The LA County Fire Department is in unified command with the U.S. Forest Service, the LA County Sheriffs, along with the Pasadena, Arcadia, Sierra Madre Fire Departments, and the Pasadena Police Department. Yesterday afternoon, the fire in the Eaton Canyon did make a push towards historic Mount Wilson. This observatory is okay thanks to the efforts of the firefighters and observatory staff, and no buildings have been destroyed at Mount Wilson. A firefighter did suffer a significant fall injury yesterday at the Eaton fire. He remains hospitalized. He's resting comfortably, and he's in stable condition and expected to make a full recovery. The cause of the fire remains unknown, and we will advise the media once we get the cause determined. We are appreciative to our many mutual aid partners from out of state for providing assistance to Los Angeles County in our time of need. Thanks to the increased number of resources assigned, the region is in a much better posture than we were earlier this week. And I have been advised that mutual aid resources from Canada are arriving now. The National Weather Service predicts that the red flag will continue through Friday, or continue today through 6 p.m. However, our priority is also going to be to prepare for the next red flag event that is predicted to begin on Monday. I would also like to provide a brief update on the Kenneth fire that erupted yesterday near the Victory Trailhead at the border of Ventura and Los Angeles counties. Thanks to the quick action of first responders and aerial assets, the fire has been stopped. It's currently at 1,000 acres. We have 35% containment, and no structures are reported damaged or destroyed. One important topic I want to talk about is that we did have a drone incursion yesterday at the Palisades fire. Unknown exactly what time this small drone hit the wing of our CL-415 Super Scooper aircraft that we currently have on contract from the province of Quebec. The pilots were unaware that they hit the drone. It wasn't until they landed at Van Nuys Airport that the maintenance staff noticed that there was a fist-sized hole in the leading edge of the wing inboard of the landing light. That Super Scooper will be prioritized for repair 24/7. It should be flying Monday. We only have 2 of them. Everyone should know, all of your viewers, flying a drone in the fire traffic area is not only dangerous, but it's illegal. We do have our federal partners behind the scenes are going to be implementing procedures to be able to follow drones in our 2 large fire areas, and they will be able to identify who the operator of that drone is. The most important thing to know is that if you fly a drone at one of these brush fires, all aerial operations will be shut down. And we certainly don't want to have that happen. Before I close, I would like to thank Supervisor Barger and Horvath for their unwavering support and leadership. I would also like to acknowledge the tireless efforts of first responders who continue to place themselves in harm's way to protect our residents and property. Thank you. I would now like to bring up Fire Chief Kristen Crowley of the Los Angeles City Fire Department.
Thank you, Chief Maroney. So I'll just be providing a brief update of the overnight operations of our fires. So Palisades fires. This fire was currently tracked at 20,438 acres with 3,073 personnel assigned. Crews worked very hard overnight, strengthening our containment lines and addressing multiple spot fires in and around the Topanga Canyon area. Resources responded to the area included our air assets to aid in the containment efforts. Due to the favorable overnight weather conditions and the diligent, and I'll focus on the diligent work and effort and commitment of our first responders, we can report that the Palisades fire is now 8% contained. Wind gusts are expected to increase in daylight hours that will test our containment lines. Our firefighters will continue to respond to any flare-ups and increase our containment lines. Evacuation orders remain in place. The Hearst fire, due to more accurate mapping and acreage, has been updated to 771 acres with 37% containment. All evacuation orders and warnings have been lifted. The Kenneth fire. Forward progress has been stopped with 35% containment at 1,000 acres. All evacuation orders and warnings within the Los Angeles City have been lifted. I personally want to make sure that we thank and show our deepest gratitude to all of our Los Angeles City firefighters and all of our partners as we've been battling these fires for now. We're going into day 4. Thank you to LAPD for assisting us in keeping our communities safe. And lastly, thank you to all of the agencies who have come to aid during this time of help, and it absolutely does not go unnoticed. Thank you.
And now, Sheriff Robert Luna. Thank you, Sheriff.
Good morning to everybody. This morning we have well over 500 LA County deputies that are assisting continuous with evacuations, traffic control, security patrols, and other humanitarian efforts. They're out there. I hear people calling me. They see a lot of black and white police cars rolling with lights and siren. They're out there working. That's what they're doing. They've been actively patrolling the evacuated areas and are increasing their presence to deter any burglary or looting activity that may occur. Just to summarize on evacuations for all the fires that we're dealing with, evacuations orders stand at approximately 153,000 residents that are under evacuation orders and approximately 57,830 structures at risk, and then evacuation warnings, approximately 166,800 residents under both warnings, or I'm sorry, those are just specifically for warnings. What I want to go to next, and we started talking about this last night, is curfew. A curfew order has been established for the Palisades and Eaton fire areas in all mandatory evacuation zones. That will be in effect. It was in effect last night, and it's going to be in effect tonight at 6 p.m. So it ended at 6 a.m. this morning, will take effect again until 6 p.m. I'm emphasizing that to our media partners because part of this is communicating to the public. You cannot be in these affected areas. If you are subject to arrest. That is important. We're not doing this to inconvenience anybody. We're doing it to protect the structures, the houses that people have left because we ordered them to leave, and I want them to feel confident that we are doing everything we can to secure that. This curfew will be strictly enforced and is being taken to enhance public safety, protect property, and prevent any burglaries or looting in the area that the residents have evacuated. The only people that will be allowed in these areas are disaster workers, okay? I just want to make that clear because we have other people trying to get in there. And by the way, media partners who have legitimate media credentials, yes, you may enter those areas unless it's very, very unsafe and somebody tells you not to for that reason. Again, just specifically, anyone found in violation of this curfew will be subject to arrest for a misdemeanor offense under LA County Code Section 2.68320, and conviction may result in a fine up to $1,000 or jail time. And I'm telling you right now, I know people talk about no bail, and I've given direction that if somebody's caught doing this, they are not going to get cited and released. They're going to get booked. We are not screwing around with this. We don't want anyone taking advantage of our residents that have already been victimized. The National Guard deployment. As many of you are aware, we asked for the National Guard. I'm very thankful to Governor Newsom and the State Office of Emergency Services that fulfilled that request. As of last night, we've had National Guardsmen assisting us. They arrived last night and deployed to the Eaton fire area, and we're assisting with road closures and critical infrastructure protection. As additional Guard personnel arrive, and they will be in the next 12 to 24 hours, the Sheriff's Department will strategically coordinate their deployment with other partners such as the Los Angeles Police Department, Pasadena Police Department, Santa Monica Police Department, Azusa, and Arcadia. Those are the requests we have now. That may grow. We'll adjust as time goes on. I want to make sure that if anybody needs updated information on either evacuation orders or warnings or road closures, they go to lacounty.gov/emergency. And with that, I am going to be introducing Assistant Chief Dominic Choi from the Los Angeles Police Department.